Hello and welcome to PlayStation Unchained, your weekly PlayStation podcast at psu.com. And yeah, this isn't the sexy, sultry voice of Neil Bolt introducing the podcast. It is in fact me again, Chille, because as we know from last week, Neil has left the show and the site to move over to Bloody Disgusting. But obviously, because I'm host, I've scared off 90% of our co-hosts, but I've dragged in a couple of just, like usual. Thank you for joining us, as always, Chris.
Hello, it's good to be on again. I'm happy to be here, and thank you for having me.
Yay! How's your week been?
Pretty good. Kind of normal for me. So it's a little bit of gaming, a little bit of anime, and a whole lot of adulting, but not much I can do about that part.
Adulting's the worst part.
It really is. Most days I'm just like, I don't want to adult today. I want to stay in bed and just pretend the outside world doesn't exist. But
wait, what's this outside world?
Outside, it's where you go when you have to go get groceries. But pretty soon that's going to become a thing of the past. It's already happening in a lot of places with delivery services, Grubhub and things like that.
Yeah.
So pretty soon on Netflix, Tom Segura had a great bit on. Pretty soon it's just we're gonna lay in bed and we're just gonna hit a switch and the bed will raise up, or it'll be like poop, and we'll poop in bed and then it'll clean it and take it away from us, and food, and it'll feed us, and then we'll just sleep, and we won't even have to leave our bed, much less the house. It'll be great. Looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the Wall-E future.
See, I was hoping more Wallace and Gromit than Wally.
There you go. Dude, I would love to have a bed that, I can just hit a button and it'll go vertical. Yeah. It'll just, lift up, so I don't even have to, get out of bed. It's just slowly
I always
out.
saw that thinking, I want that, because getting up's the worst part.
Yes, it really is.
Once you're up, it's fine. You've suddenly got energy, but it's so nice. 5 minutes.
I utilize the mammalian diving response, where you splash your face with cold water, and you're suddenly awake, and you can jog 15 miles.
15 seconds is me, but okay.
Well, it may be all relative, but still, the response should be the same.
Anyway, good to have you on, mate.
Thanks, it's fun to be here again.
And we've got a Garri.
Garri is here.
Way, how are you doing today, man?
I'm just peachy. How are you?
I'm not too bad, thank you. How was your week?
Busy. Very busy weekend. And week. I'm very exhausted. Don't want to do anything except lay around.
Well, don't do that on the show. Maybe just use your words instead.
Okay, fine. You talked me into it.
So, has it been a good week then, though?
Oh yeah, it's been pretty good actually.
I want to apologise to everyone about Wednesday's show. I had some issues with the recording when it happened, and then on Wednesday, the day I was planning to upload it, Windows 10 had an update and completely corrupted my user profile. So I had to spend 4 hours trying to find all my old files on the corrupted side of the hard drive. It was fun! Yay!
Wow.
Yeah, I couldn't log in at all with my normal account. I had to make a new account and then find... Luckily, for some reason, it made a folder called Windows Old. And I was able to find all the files on that, so I was able to transfer them slowly from one side, from that folder to the new account. But, yeah. It was not fun.
That really sucks, Ben. Thank you for taking the time out to do that and ensure that the podcast came up.
Yeah.
Wow.
So after that, I made sure to edit and get the podcast online. But that's why I was a little late last week, and I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
But as I'm... Oh, by the way, we've got no Tim this week. I heard his parents are around, so good luck.
You'll need it.
Jesus, man.
I don't know. I'm sure Tim's mom is a lovely woman.
Oh yeah, Tim is.
He always he always speaks highly of her. So yeah.
And we've got no Alfonso because I think it's Shannon's birthday today.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Shannon! But obviously,
Hey.
I'm guessing that Alfonso's tied up somewhere. 1 second.
Because he wanted to be.
Wanted to be is probably not the right sentence, but okay.
When she asks you if you want to try something new, don't agree immediately. See
And
if you
also
can find
make a
out
safe
what it
word.
is. Make a safe word.
I'm going
The
to
safe
go
word
with
is
banana.
Hey, we have the same safe word. I love it.
Well, you taught me it.
You hear that, Tim? Ben and I have a safe word now.
And as we know, Neil left last week, and he'll be back as a guest sometime in the future, probably, which will be good. In fact, he almost tried to be a guest today, but I felt it would be a bit weird for us to say goodbye. Oh, hey, Neil!
Yeah. No, he still wants to do it. He just doesn't want the responsibility of hosting, which I can understand.
Yeah, he can be on. I'm looking forward to him being on, but to me it felt a bit weird. I love the guy.
He's been so busy this week. We pretty much have to talk him out of it because, like, dude, get sleep. You
rest.
need sleep.
But seriously, we love you, Neil, and we look forward to having you on in the future. And I hope your new job's going well. I hear you've been busy, so Bloody Disgusting, go check them out. I've forgotten the address, but I guess it's just bloodydisgusting.com. Okay, let's go on to the news. Actually, yes, to the news quickly. Did you hear that the Until Dawn developers have now trademarked a new name called Shattered State? I wonder if this will be a new game. Perhaps some game. Gamescom.
What do you think it could be?
I don't know. It could be a video. Who knows?
Of some sort.
What is that? What is an idio?
Video, not an idiot. But yeah, I think it's got to be a game. Come on. So Garry, what do you think of the new game that they're going to tease called Shattered State? What do you think of the logo? Because I kind of like it.
It seems it could be like a psychological thriller, maybe. I don't know if they're going to continue on with the Until Dawn universe. We know that Impatient takes place in that universe, a prequel, I believe, 50, 60 years before Until Dawn. Could be part of that universe, but I enjoyed Until Dawn very much, even though it took a very weird twist halfway through that I wasn't the biggest fan of. It was still a good game.
No spoilers.
No spoilers. I'm not spoiling anything. I'm just saying it took a turn. Well, like most of those types of games do.
Yeah, no,
but,
it's on my meaning to play list, but we'll see when I get around to it.
VR spin-off as well on an on-rail shooter game for PSVR as well. But because I think that type of game that Until Dawn is kind of like the next step in the evolution of those old school adventure games where it's like puzzle solving and mostly talking to people.
So it's kind of like the Monkey Island games.
Yeah, but just like the next step in that genre, and I think it's a fantastic step. Like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed Until Dawn. The idea that you can pretty much play through the game however you want, like everybody can die or everybody can survive, really just depends on your own choices, and I think that's pretty cool. So this new game I'm pretty excited for it.
And Chris, any thoughts?
Not really. Just Garry, you bring up an interesting point. I like seeing the general like point and click adventure stuff evolved, or watch it. As gaming genres evolve over the years, it's nice to see that there's still people trying to make a market for these types of adventure games
Telltale.
happen. Yes, Telltale.
I mean, they don't evolve. They just kind of the same.
Yeah, they've definitely got a formula. I'll be curious to see where they go in the future, but I like a good point and click adventure or any type of adventure really that's more brain power than Twitch action gaming. But yeah, no, it's I'll definitely be keeping an eye on this because I really I want to play Until Dawn. What was the other game they did before Until Dawn, Gary? I think I played it.
I honestly don't remember. Let's see.
I know it's one that we all know and everyone knows about. It's on the tip of my tongue too, but I believe that was the game they published before Until Dawn, or at some point before.
No, I think
Until
Dawn was the first one.
Was it the first one? Seriously?
I think it might have been on their first games. Yes.
I don't know. It is always possible that I am losing my mind. So if I say anything that is false, please call me out on it because
they've done other games, but nothing massive. Like they did a puzzle game called Tumble on the PS3. Start the Party on the PS3.
Doctor Who, the Eternity Clock.
Little Big Planet 2, Level Kits. They did the Killzone HD remaster for the PS3. They did Little Big Planet for the Vita. Walking with Dinosaurs, no idea what that is. And then on the PS4, Until Dawn was their first game on the PS4. Yeah. And then they did Tumble VR, which is that puzzle game.
Yeah.
Done Rush of Blood. Then they did Hidden Agenda, which is the PlayLink title that I've yet to try and I really want to.
Mm-hmm.
Did the Impatient, and now they're going to release the Bravo Team game, which is, I believe, that like Rainbow Six type of a type game. I think that's what it is.
Bravo Team.
Okay, no, so that was okay. We at PSU did not very much enjoy.
No, it was pretty bad. But from what I can tell on Metacritic, most people didn't enjoy it. So
yeah,
maybe they should stick to what they're good at.
Well, if you really look at it, like what are their most critically acclaimed games was Until Dawn, and from what I know, was Little Big Planet.
Yeah.
The Killzone HD remaster wasn't very well received either. So.
Yeah.
Well, as usual, I'm just talking out my ass. So ignore everything I say on the show and just pretend that I. Yeah. Yeah. If you're not already, you really should be.
Now, it looks like they're doing a standardization of the HDR options, and basically, there's some improvements for the PS4 HDR, which my TV does. I think my TV does support, but because I have it plugged into the PSVR at all times, and I have a Model 1 VR, I don't have HDR support because of that. Which sucks, but I can't be asked constantly unplugging it because I'm lazy. So,
I'm there with you on the lazy part.
Do any of you have a HDR TV?
Unfortunately, I do not.
Me either.
Have you either seen the improvements that HDR has put into gaming yet?
No, I'm curious to know what it is though, because like, what was wrong with the HDR that they already had?
I think it's just that it wasn't standard. So some of the qualities was different for each title. By having a standardized, I guess the quality is going to improve overall. I'm guessing.
Good.
Yes.
like my friend has HDR and he's played some games, and for some reason HDR is very hit and miss.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like the lens flare from HDR is just way too strong on a lot of the games. And it's like,
Destiny. My mate says anytime he plays certain levels in Destiny, he's just blinded because he's got a 4K HDR monitor that he uses to play his PS4 Pro, and the level where you're attacking the ship in the Destiny 2, Callus's
I
ship.
did not. I'm sorry, Ben. I did not.
There's like a bright sun in the background, and he said it just hurts his eyes playing the level because of HDR. HDR blinds you faster.
Yeah, like I saw him play like Hitman,
Yeah.
out the episodic one. Like it looks great, but he turned on the HDR and like the lights because he played the model level. It's like one of the first ones.
Yeah.
They're just so blinding he couldn't even see where the hell he was going. Now, hopefully they kind of dumped out the lens flare effect because that's not how real life works, people.
No, our eyes are not cameras.
Yeah.
Yours eyes might not be.
Oh, no, I remember everything I've ever seen, believe me now. I wish I had an eidetic memory, dude. If I had an eidetic memory, oh my god, dude, I would just love to instantly be able to recall all the useless information I could, just like on a whim of everything I've ever seen or what the fuck ever. Like, I don't know. I would just love to be able to remember more things. I have enough issues as it is. You know, I like HDR. Honestly, right now, like my next goals as far as upping whatever fucking luxuries we have here. God, I hate myself for it. I want to get a 4K TV and a PS4 Pro. I have neither one of those, and I would really like to see Far Cry 5 and God of War in 4K in my home.
Oh, you're not the
So
only
I don't
one.
know. We'll see one day. Once I save up a little bit of money, I'll budget for it eventually, and when maybe we'll get a good sale this upcoming holiday season.
I'll be honest, I'm probably waiting now for the PS5 before I bother with 4K.
Yeah, do you think 4K is gonna stick around, or do you
Well,
think?
yeah.
I think it's going to be the standard on the PS5.
Yeah.
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 Nice.
Like, quite honestly, yeah.
I think it's going to be 4K standard with 1080p downsampling in the standard. So you'll still be able to use 1080p screens with the PS5 and it'll have improvements, but 4K will be the best option.
Watch 2 years from now, the all new 8K TV. Oh,
Oh, there is
PS5
already.
can't do it.
There is already 8K TVs.
And then they'll release the PS5
What?
Super Pro.
There you go.
They're just stupidly
It's
expensive
just-
and they're not really...
It's
because nothing really supports 4K yet, so... Yeah, no TV service I know of supports 4K. So...
it's just this endless cycle of planned obsolescence and
Yeah.
spending more hours of my life on a hobby that for some reason I fucking enjoy because I can't stop. And, oh god.
I've had
Nice,
this
dude.
TV for about 5 years now, so I look forward to upgrading it soon.
Yeah, I think
been a
I've
good
had
TV,
mine
though.
about the same. Yeah, I've got just like a Toshiba. I think it's like a 36-inch.
I've got a Sony...
HD TV. Yeah.
I see. I've got to thank my mate for this. I've got a Sony Bravia like 42-inch, I think it is.
Mhm.
I was going to go for like the because I only had the money really for the 38, but he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll just give you the money to pay for it." Oh, okay. Because it was only like £100 more.
How do I become friends with him?
I gave it back it the next week, but you know, I was like, "Oh yeah, I can't budget that right now." He's like, "Oh, but it's only £100 more on the sale." I'm like, "No, I can't do." He's like, "Here you go." Oh, okay. Awesome guy. But yeah, okay, while we're talking about graphics and good-looking games, let's ignore that and start talking about Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Oh man, you're just pulling the conversation way back in the other direction, aren't you? No, I agree with something Gary said earlier in the week that all of the videos that I'm seeing of this is just like, okay, stop. I think I've seen enough of the game. I think you spoiled enough. Thank you. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm kind of bored. I never played the last Tomb Raider, so I can't really say. But I don't know. I just
They've really... It's too many trailers. Every
Yeah.
3 days, there's a new trailer talking about a feature in the game. It's like, leave a little surprise for people to figure shit out on their own. And, oh shit, look. Final Fantasy VII, for example. I'm like, oh, by the way, let's release a trailer that you can unlock the Knights of the Round.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yep.
It's like, where's the
come
surprise
on,
in that?
Garri, that's a stupid thing to say there. With Square Enix and Final Fantasy VII, pay money to unlock the trailer to in 2 years' time unlock Knights of the Round.
Oh God! Can you look back at what Final Fantasy VII, how that was announced, how it came out, everything, and look at how that game would have been, broken up and DLC and paid for and all that shit, and realize that it's going to happen with the new Final Fantasy VII remake. Mark my words.
See, Final Fantasy VII remake is probably one of the. See, those games aren't as bad. I know this. I'm gonna get a lot of haters. I love Final Fantasy games, but Final Fantasy VII could be easily done like that in a way because it was already broken up into parts. If you think about it, because you had Disc 1, Disc 2, Disc 3. So as long as they release the parts in a decent amount of time, I could. I say that, but of course they're not going to do that probably. But
they're going to have fucking. I bet they're going to have DLC for fucking materia. Like, oh, you want an extra bolt materia? Here, $5.99.
Do anything like that, but I think they will have separate sales for outfits. You can buy Lightning's outfit for Cloud. Yeah.
Final Fantasy VII after Tomb Raider.
Yeah,
why? That was pretty much
Raider.
all we wanted to talk. I thought we finished Tomb Raider.
No, we've still got.
No. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I was excited for it, but now they're just like desensitizing me to it.
Well, did you guys know that it's got a new game plus? Ooh.
Again, thanks for ruining that for me. Something I want to find out on my own.
Yeah, it's like we haven't even got the game to play it yet. Yet you're telling us about features that
what
we'll
I can
get.
do at the end of the game.
Yeah, okay. But why?
Hey, Garri, at the end of the game, do you know what there's going to be? A final boss. But like every Tomb Raider game, it's not going to be like any actual final boss. It's going to be some weird, like, half puzzle thing, like every Tomb Raider is.
I've got the deepest spoilers right now, right? Did you know that once you've beaten that final boss, you'll get credits?
Yeah, I think that holds true for every possible game I can think of except for Skyrim. I never saw an opening credits in that game, or a closing credits in that game.
That's because nobody's ever beaten Skyrim.
Well, I thought it would at least be after the main story, but no, it's just like, oh, okay, all right, whatever works.
So yeah, Tomb Raider is getting a new Game Plus mode with 3 different options, which I'm not going to go over because it's kind of spoiling the game, because surely they want people to find this out and discover it to themselves. When they played the game, there's gone gold like several months ago for some reason.
It's been gold for like two months now.
Yeah, just release the damn game.
I don't know. Like, it's just, they say they're not worried about Spider-Man, but I think they're very worried about Spider-Man.
I think everyone's worried about Spider-Man.
They're just throwing as many trailers to keep people interested in Tomb Raider over Spider-Man as they can.
Now, while we're talking about games that have been gold for several months, yet thank God has been delayed, Spyro, the Dragon Trilogy, which, for anyone that's been listening to the podcast or listening to the news, had a lot of hate because it's got 3 games, but only one of them's on the disc.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks of things, the delay might mean that they're going to include the 2 games. I can't remember what they're called now. Enter the Dragon, right?
Enter the Dragon? That's a Bruce Lee movie. I'll take that on the Spyro disc.
No, it's Year of the Dragon.
That was it.
Ripto's Rage was number 2. So Year of the Dragon was number 3. And yep, 2 and 3 are DLC, much like Bayonetta 1 was in the Bayonetta 2 Switch thing. There was another game that just did that too.
Well, the developers delayed it so that they could try and get the games onto the disc, I heard.
Oh, I hadn't heard that. But...
It's something they should have done at the start instead of... It's a weird situation. Like, I understand if there's not enough room on the disc that you have to do that. Spyro Remastered doesn't take up a full dual-layered... If they can fit Crash Bandicoot, all 3 of those games on one disc, they can do the same thing with Spyro.
Yeah.
They did that was because... it. Ripto's Rage was renowned in Europe and Australia to Gateway to Glimmer.
Alright.
Yeah, I don't think Year of the Dragon was renamed.
I feel it's delayed so they can put it on the disc. I think they got too much backlash for it. That's what the delay is for. Maybe for, fixing a few bugs and glitches, optimizing the game and stuff, but for all games on the disc.
Yeah. Hell, I'll even take a 2-disc set or 3-disc set. Shit, come on.
If you do that, they'll probably charge like $150.
Oh my god.
$50 per disc, separate games, guys.
I would say it's because they don't want to release around Tomb Raider and Spider-Man, but clearly that doesn't matter because Crash Bandicoot is still #1 in the UK since it came out.
And plus, they really want to go against that Call of Duty crowd instead. One of the biggest hyped Call of Duty games so far. Yeah, from that small indie developer.
Well...
although I heard that Battlefield 5 is having issues with sales, which is crazy, really, because that looked pretty good. The pre-order is supposedly weak, which is a shame, really. Yeah. So I'm going to go about...
Weak to what? Like, they say it's weak, but weak compared to what? Like, they can always tell us, because it was for Battlefield 1. They're just saying it's weak. Like, is that for their projections? Were they projecting, like, 10 million pre-orders or something?
5 billion.
It's weak. It's weak means nothing to me. Because, in my opinion, if your game has over 5 million pre-orders, you're good to fucking go.
Though I do find it funny, they're like, oh... I can't remember I was watching the Jim Sterling video about it. That's what I know about it. And I can't remember what the website was. I gotta check out Jim Sterling on YouTube to check this more out, more details. But it was like, oh, it's weak. Battlefield 5 sales are weak. It's not as good as the Call of Duty Black Ops 4 or Red Dead Redemption 2.
RDR2?
Oh, yeah, sure, yeah. Those 2 small little games that nobody's heard of. I mean, who's ever really heard of Rockstar Games? I don't think I've ever heard of them release a game in the last 6 years.
All that for that shot. I love it.
But seriously, come on. It's Red Dead Redemption 2. And Red Dead Redemption 2. You compare it to probably one of the most pre-ordered games that's going to be this generation, probably. I mean, I'm not pre-ordering it, but I'm sure a load of people... I bet both Chris and Gary want to.
I don't like pre-ordering games, but maybe after it's been out for a while.
Okay, we've got the wrong market here, but...
Well, don't give me I loved Red Dead Redemption. I loved Red Dead Revolver. Played that shit back on the first Xbox. And I just don't like pre-ordering stuff because if the game ends up being a broken microtransaction riddled pile of shit, then it's not fucking worth it. So,
I pre-order a load of games, but at least this is one benefit of game is that it's not the full game you pay. You pay a small fraction, and then if you don't want to buy it, you can just transfer it to a different game.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
I don't mind. That's why people say, "Oh, you pre-order so much." It's like, yeah, I pre-order so much, but 90% of the stuff I pre-order, I just transfer it to another game and have it pay itself.
Yeah. Not a bad way to do it if you can.
But still, anyway, back to Red Dead Redemption 2 because, see,
why not?
It was a Battlefield 5 topic, yet we're stuck on Red Dead because it's that much more hyped. Even I'm hyped for it, and I'm not going to buy it. But...
It's because you involve EA. Anytime you involve EA,
yeah.
It's like you're shitting out a black hole, and all the information just suddenly doesn't matter or make sense, and you come out talking about Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
Because EA has to bitch about, how shitty their sales are. You're a multi-billion fucking gaming corporation. Fuck you. Stop fucking complaining about your sales. Just make a good game and it'll sell. Is it that hard for you to fucking learn? Make a good game, and it'll sell.
And please don't think it's because it's got a woman on the cover. That's not the reason. It's not because there's playable women. It's... Shut up with that nonsense. I'm not going to go into deal with it, but shut up.
Yeah. It's a fucking video game. Stop taking yourself so fucking seriously.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say about it.
Now, Gary, you got anything to say?
No.
Okay, good. Now I go to my main topic for today, which is probably going to piss off a few people because I'm kind of annoyed by it, and everyone else I've met seems really hyped, but for some reason nobody seems to think of it like I'm thinking. See, they've announced the Resident Evil 2 Collector's Edition, which I'm like, yay, that's amazing, that's awesome, yay, but they've announced it for 3 different regions. You've got the Japanese version, which comes with the typewriter, which, in my opinion, is the better of the collector's editions. North America, what did the North America version come with?
A Statue of Leon.
Is that it? So, North America gets...
Let me see. Let me look.
Because it sounds like North America's the one that got scammed. Anyway, what are you doing now?
I don't know.
The European version comes with replica RPD keys and the statue and the box. And yeah, this is nice having like memorabilia for the game. But at the same time, it's kind of a massive scam because if you're a huge Resident Evil fan like our old host Mike was, and like a few people I know who were really excited for this game because it's, a remaster for a game they loved in their childhood. But at the same time, they're releasing 3 different versions, all at really they're not cheap. UK version's like nearly 250 quid, the American one's $200, and the Japanese version's some sort of number.
Around $975 US.
And yeah, if you want all the cool stuff from the...
It doesn't actually come with the typewriter. It comes with a computer keyboard that looks like a typewriter.
Yeah, but that still looks cool. Because it works. Really cool. It's Bluetooth compatible.
But it's a $900 keyboard. Sorry, it's a $600 keyboard if you're counting the $200 of all the other shit you get. It's
still cool, though, compared to everyone else's version.
Well, the North American version comes with the game, comes with a special deluxe packaging,
which comes with the UK version.
Leon Kennedy figure
comes in the UK version.
It comes with art book, 32-page art book of Resident Evil 2. The digital soundtrack, a RPD renovation design poster blueprint of the RPD building.
Yeah.
A bunch of DLC. Costume DLC, I should say.
And the UK version comes with the DLC, the pre-order bonus, and it comes with the statue and the box. I can't remember if it comes with the blueprints or the art book. It comes with the soundtrack, but it also comes with a set of actual replica RPD keys. So it's like,
I'll just say it. If I had the money, I would get all three.
Yeah.
But I also want to. But I also there's another part of me too that's just like, fuck you, Capcom. Fuck you. Why? You gave everybody such great hope. Why did you turn around and decide to make this difficult? Why do you make it difficult? Why do you make it difficult? Why not just keep things easy and simple? And just
like, it's hard for me to say because the keyboard thing been like limited in the most limited quantities, like only available on their store. If you can get it, you get it. It shouldn't be the Japanese collector's edition, like, so they don't have a choice if they want the Resident Evil 2 collector's edition. They got to fork over almost $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then you go and then you change what the North America one gets and what the UK gets.
Yeah. Well, North America was
I want
first.
a shitty poster that looks like I'm looking at a freaking insane asylum from the 60s.
And the
But
keys look really cool. But just remember what they did with the Infinity Stones. Just remember.
You get the keys from the game, the ones that are shaped like the hearts and the club key and all that.
Yeah. Yeah, we get that.
Oh, you guys do get the poster as well.
Oh, okay. So we get everything that you guys get, but more stuff.
More stuff.
Yeah. A little bit more expensive.
The North
though, for
America
us.
got the collector's edition.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm really disappointed.
Either way, they should have put Claire in the collector's edition statue.
Oh, yeah. It should have been Leon and Claire. Really. In my
Or
opinion.
Claire on her sexy motorcycle. I would have taken that.
See, easy.
Fucking Leon standing there again. Like, why? Why is it always goddamn Leon statues, man? Can he die?
Oh, I like Leon.
Okay. I like Leon.
We've established this already, Gary. He's more powerful than Kratos. He's got more badges than Batman. More gadgets than Batman. Jeez. And he's, like, super badass like Dante. He's pretty much all three of them rolled into one because of everything we've seen him do in the Resident Evil games.
Like punch a boulder.
Punchy.
Oh, that was Chris.
Oh,
That was
wasn't it?
Chris.
Yeah.
That was Chris that punched the boulder. No, but Leon, what was it, in 6? He was attacked by, like, a giant prehistoric piranha shark thing, and he's like, this thing's got jaws like 10 times the size of an alligator's with his legs. And he's, like, holding the guy. He's just like, yeah. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Underwater. The dude's unstoppable. He's more unstoppable than any of those other characters. Like, yeah. So,
But yeah, like you said, like, even Resident Evil 7, they screwed up big time, where they announced the collector's edition for the UK, and then they canceled it, like, 2 weeks before the game was coming out.
Oh,
So
wow.
everybody who pre-ordered it got screwed.
Yep.
Was really pissed off about that.
I didn't hear about that.
That he wasn't able to get. Yeah, he wasn't able to get it because they canceled all the collector's editions in the UK.
Wow, that's bullshit. Oh, well.
I just don't trust Capcom with collector's editions anymore.
Well, yeah, not after the Infinity Stones with the collector's edition of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
They look so cool in the picture.
Yeah, they look so cool in the picture, and then they come out and they're like little eggs. Coloured eggs. Little plastic coloured eggs.
Hey, who knows? Maybe the RPD keys you're gonna get are.
watch, they're like the keys that yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be little plastic keys.
Yeah, they're like the ones the toddlers use.
Yeah.
They just paint them black, with the silver. The teething keys, that's what they're called. They give babies to chew on. It's like they got a big red, a big green one, and a big blue one, and they're all in different shapes on the ring. Yeah, it's just going to be that, but they're going to like they just have a factory over like in Indonesia something where they just have like millions of these things, and they're just spray painting them black and silver in an unventilated environment. Yeah, and never forget where any of your plastic merchandise comes from. Anytime you order those, it was made by an 8-year-old in an unventilated sweatshop.
Damn it, Chris. Here's another
Oh,
thing
you
that the
know.
UK gets. Awesome steelbook of just like the zombie's face, the
Yeah.
one that I used to have as my avatar on Slack.
hmm
In North America, I don't know if it's a final picture, but it's just the Resident Evil 2 remake logo as a steelbook.
Called the Deluxe Edition.
Unbelievable. Oh well, whatever.
It's
Even-
exclusive to GameStop too, so
Of course.
I think ours is exclusive to game, so...
oh my god. Why do people keep doing business with Game when they just keep fucking everything up? I don't get it.
Yeah. I'm still
Game
surprised they're
is like
still
the
in.
worst company ever, and yet here they are constantly releasing shit exclusive with Game.
Yeah. Why are you doing this game?
Stop. Every company complains about used game sales, and yet they constantly keep going to GameStop, who makes 90% of their revenue from used sales.
Yep.
Yeah. I guess they're like tortured victims where they're like, oh, well, we'll go back anyway. Stockholm Syndrome developers.
I guess so.
Follow the money.
I guess we should talk about what games we've been playing. Because we've covered a lot of news. So,
Yeah, I think that's enough news for
yeah, that's
today.
enough news.
You can skip me, Ben,
Oh,
and talk about what I'm playing.
1 second then. What have you been playing, Gary? Man, that was some
Nothing.
good games, Gary. What have you been playing?
I can't tell you.
Oh, man, that's a great game right there.
That is a great game.
So I guess we'll go over to Chris. What have you been playing?
Let's see. What have I been playing? Been playing a little Mortal Kombat. Let's see. What year was it? 2011.
Oh, cool.
Was that the Mortal Kombat that was released in 2011, Gary? The first kind of.
Mortal Kombat 9?
Yeah, it was right after Armageddon. Yeah, I guess it would be number 9. Anyways, yeah. No, I've been playing some of that. I never got a chance to play through the story when it first came out, and so I've just been doing that, enjoying it.
Came out in 2011.
Okay, so it was the 2011 one. Awesome. Yeah, that's on PS Now. That's what I was playing
Oh,
on.
cool. How was it because of the latency?
Not too bad. It would slow down a little bit, but I'm not playing online. So I'd get some little glitches, a little bit of glitching, but nothing too bad that would
Oh,
like
cool.
mess me up in the middle of a fight. Actually getting into it, trying to get better at it, like learning the combos and things like that. Nothing that'd ever get me,
Finish
to Evo. Yeah, but yeah, I'm pretty good with Melina if I don't,
Oh.
toot my own horn too much.
You are.
I am always. Let's see what else. Fallout 4 still, of course, just doing my normal, playing around, tinkering, go out, scavenge, kill stuff, come back, unload. Let's
Was
see.
that
what
Fallout 4 or just real life?
Fallout 4, well, yes. Both. Life imitating art, imitating life.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's definitely it's just a I don't know it's like a time killer,
Yeah.
It's something I enjoy doing. It lets me, cool off for whatever day I've been having. What else? I believe that's it. I think there was something else that I am playing. I believe one of them is under embargo. I think the other one is okay to talk about, but I haven't gotten far enough into it yet.
Okay.
I just started it. Is that one under embargo, Gary? I can't remember. You don't remember. You don't know what I'm.
One?
Yeah.
No, that's not under embargo.
Okay. No, so I've been playing Death's Gambit,
Ooh.
and it's like a 2D side-scrolling Dark Souls.
Oh, so
Literally the best way I can explain it, and that's exactly what it is. Right down to the way that you level up, the way that you're just like thrown into the middle of this seemingly war-torn world, and there are crazy-looking enemies and boss fights and stuff. Yeah, they have done one thing in there which I really like that everybody wants the Souls series to do. Once you beat a boss, you can actually return to the boss room at any time, and there's an emblem that you can touch, and you can actually play the boss fight again. and that's something that I know everybody wants in the Souls, has wanted in the Souls games, is some kind of option to play, to fight a defeated boss again, because it was such a fun fight, like Maria or the dancer from Dark Souls 3. Fights that generally everybody loves and wants to do over and over and over again. And I mean, it's cool. The only way you can do it is if you get, summoned into somebody else's world when they need help with it, which is fine. That's the way we all did it. But yeah, I really like that they added that as a feature into it. But I'll actually have more to report on it. I am doing a belated review of it, so I'll give you the full rundown of it here, hopefully pretty soon. Once I really get into the middle of it and get into the guts and see how it all holds together.
Yes.
Mm.
Sorry. I got a little too excited.
Oh, yes. That's all. What about you, Ben?
I've been playing a bit more Warframes recently, actually, this week. I've been trying to get back into it because I've just announced the next Warframe should be out soon on PC. The Revenant, which is like a vampire-style Warframe.
Very nice.
And that looks like a lot of fun, so I'm trying to get back into Warframe a bit. I can't wait for that open world area, the new one on Venus, which is like an icy world, which looks really cool, with hoverboards.
Hell yeah.
I just want to say, I feel like Warframe is probably the best free-to-play game.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
And you
Like,
guys
I
should
can't
play with me.
believe how much support that
Yeah.
they have given that game and how much that support has come back to them.
Oh, yeah.
This was a launch title on the PS4. So it's been, 5 years since it's been out?
Yep.
And before then, it's been out on PC for, another 5 years?
No, it was not long out PC. It was
Well, let's just say 6-7 years the game has been out.
Yeah.
Just constantly giving you more and more and better shit. And the fact that you're never pressured to actually spend money on the game is incredible.
Yep.
Oh, by the way,
I've got a couple frames already, and I haven't even spent a cent, actually.
By the way, for those that have Amazon Prime and have Twitch Prime, I think it ends soon, but you can currently claim a free Trinity Prime from Twitch. So you can get Trinity Prime and you get a cape. And you can also claim 50 Platinum and a 7-day credit booster and 7-day resource booster also from Twitch Prime. All for free for Warframe.
Got mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got Warframe installed, Ben. So
Nice.
you wanna play some Warframe? You hit me up. I'll play some Warframe with you.
Oh, we play good time Warframe. Yes, yes.
Oh, me Warframe you long time.
Oh, yes.
Ow.
So yeah, I've been really enjoying it recently, and I'm looking forward to what they're doing with this. With the whole. You guys know about the railjack that they're adding in the future.
Railjack?
Yeah, they're adding a new type of missions where, because they're adding a actual 4-player ship to the game, so all your friends can be on. Well, I don't know if it's 4-player, but all your friends can go on your ship with you.
We can all get together and touch each other on our ships now.
Yeah. Well,
That's just you, my friend. Just you.
That might be early next year, by the way. That's early next year.
Ooh, I can't wait now.
But they're adding a new type of mission where basically they're allowing you to, once you've finished your mission, your standard, go around, kill stuff. You get back on your ship with your friends, and then you actually fly off. It's not just a cinematic, you fly off now with this. And then you're in space, and you can find enemy ships in space. And let's just say you find one and you want to attack it. You can go up to the ship, attack it, and have your friend use the archwings to fly from your ship to the enemy ship to do like a standard mission where you're taking it over. But you could have one friend stay on your ship, one you own. And he can control stuff on the enemy ship by hacking it. So while you're sneaking around, the mission is you sneak around trying to get rid of the enemy's core, so it blows up their ship. So while your friend is sneaking around the ship, you can hack the turrets, the lasers, the doors, the elevators, anything that's computerized in the enemy ship. You can hack it and take over and use it to help your friend.
That sounds awesome. It sounds like they're trying to take a page from what the hell is it that's on Xbox that everybody plays but nobody likes.
Yeah.
Sunless Sea?
What?
No. Sea of Thieves.
That's Sea of Thieves.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The pirate game.
But yeah, you can hack the other, the enemy's stuff, and it's like, yeah, that sounds really fun to me. So yeah, they deserve the love that they're getting because they've done so much for the community, and they're adding so much to this free game. It's crazy. So yeah, Revenant drops soon, and they're doing the story quest and stuff.
All right then.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. Yeah.
So we're gonna go over to the predictions league.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah. Currently, the people win. I picked 2 games right for this week. I thought, man, there's some games out soon that I think nobody's heard of, especially one of them. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go with that one.
Gotta do the winners from last week first.
Well, we didn't pick we lost that.
Oh yeah, okay.
No.
So yeah, I lost all the audio for that last part of the podcast, so that didn't exist. It got Thanos.
You should have gone for the head.
I do have all the scores from the week before though, so we haven't lost those. Right now, Neil is winning with me second, Tim third, Garri fourth, Alfonso fifth, Chris last for now.
Forever.
So I've picked 2 games. Brawl Out, which is coming out soon for PS4. I think you guys have heard of it.
Maybe.
Just
maybe.
Maybe. What would you rate it, Garri, out of 10s?
Out of 10? I thought we were doing a...
Oh yeah, I have 100. My brain. I was reading the predictions.
With 74.
Okay. Chris?
78.
And I think I will go with 82. And now there's a little game that I think none of you have heard of ever. Shenmue's 1 and 2, which comes out on the 21st. So...
What the fuck is that?
Shenmue's.
Sequel to Seaman?
Only in Chris's dreams. And in Chris's dreams, what would you give it out of 100?
I'm thinking it's going to be a 92.
Garri?
2?
What?
What?
What did Chris say?
92.
I said 92.
You said 92?
Yes.
Jesus, Chris, you're out of your goddamn mind.
Well, it's not your vote, so vote whatever the fuck you think it should be.
What I think it should be is not what it's going to be. I'm going to go with 82.
And I'm going to...
This is Shenmue 1 and 2.
I'm going to go with 85.
4 out of 10.
4 out of 10. Earthfall, 11 out of 10.
But now I'm going to go with 85 myself.
Cool.
Yeah.
But we remade that game. That game has a lot of things in it that have not held up well at all in this generation of games. And people are going to knock it for it.
Yeah, that's my main thing. I think the fact that it's going to have so many... it's not flaws, but people are going to be looking at it with rose-tinted glasses because, oh my god, we want a new Shenmue's. Even though really people should just realise Yakuza is pretty much what Shenmue would have evolved into eventually. So go buy Yakuza.
Yeah, go play Yakuza.
So yeah, that's the predictions league. I think we're wrapping up then. I guess nearly. Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
I guess. It's a really short episode this week, but we're just getting back to like an old, getting back to the usual schedule. Plus, we're missing a load of hosts. Like Tim, we miss you. Alfonso, we miss you. But Gary, have you got any shout-outs?
Shout-outs to everybody who's not here. Shout-out to Neo. Hope you're doing well at BD over there. Just talked to, said he's not going to be around until later tonight. What a loser. I love you, Alfonso. You guys, of course, family, friends, listeners.
Okay. Chris?
Friends, fans, family, everybody who makes this podcast what it is. You guys, also you guys that aren't here, Neil, Alfonso, Tim, love you all. Anybody who I missed or did not mention, I apologize, but you are all important to me. If you want to see anything that I am retweeting randomly when I'm actually sitting down at my computer, you can follow me at Twitter, at Devangel, that's Devangiel.
Gary, you didn't give any details. Do you want to how they contact you?
Got it. Contact me at Gaglalush, that's Gaglaush at the Twitter. There you go.
At the Twitters. I would like to shout to Maelstrom Radio. Go check them out, twitch.tv/Maelstrom Radio. Shout to She Heals I Tank, twitch.tv/She Heals I Tank. I hope you feel better, Pete. I know you're still, last I knew you're still not very well. A shout out to Evolved Male. I've watched him stream recently again. Go check Evolved Male, aka Girlfriend's favourite streamer, at twitch.tv/Evolved Male. Apart from that, a shout out to both Garri and Chris. Thanks for putting me up with me hosting this week. A shout out to Tim and Alfonso. We miss you. And a shout out to Neil. I hope everything's going okay. We're here to cheer you on always. So until next week, it's a bit short episode, but I think that's fine. Until then, I should think of a goodbye. Bye.